Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out here at Patriots Park in Grovetown, Georgia. I got a fun video, at least I think it's gonna be fun. Today, basically what I'm out here doing is I'm trying to birdie as many holes as possible, which is obviously the goal, but for every hole that I don't birdie, I have to remove a disc from my bag. Now, the way this is gonna work, since I don't have somebody here to pick out a disc from my bag, something they know I would use a lot, what I'm gonna do is, if I end up parring or worse on a hole, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the disc from my bag that I would use on the next tee shot. So hopefully that'll make sense. It'll make more sense as we go along, but let's jump right into it. All right, hole number one, 234 feet. Basket is straight ahead. I'm gonna go backhand turnover on the left side. Ooh, good tree. Should be good. All right, that's the way we like to start. All right, was able to get the get the birdie on the last hole. And so thankfully I don't have to take any disc out, but hole two, 243 feet, goes down the fairway over to the left. I'm gonna go with the tomb. Ooh, that could be trouble. That hit an early tree. All right, seemed to hit a late tree. Got some obstruction here on this putt. Got to find a way. Don't want to lose my disc on the next hole. Oh. Up there for a par, but that's gonna mean I lose a disc. All right, so I don't think I mentioned this before, but when I said that I lose a disc, what I mean by that is I lose that disc for the entire round. So once it's gone, it's gone. And unfortunately for me, that means that on hole number three, which is 217 feet, it fades hard over to the left, I normally go with my Discraft Zone. So to not have this in the bag the rest of the round is gonna be tough. But this is normally what I would throw. So this one is officially out. So let's see what we can find and hopefully still find a way to birdie this hole. I've decided I'm gonna try to go with the slab, which is incredibly overstable. I don't even know if it'll get all the way over there just because it spikes down so much, but it's really the only thing I have that fades that hard left that quick. So see what we can do with it. Skip. Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's gonna be right by it. Whew. You can tell the slab got me pretty close. This might become my new play on this hole. All right, moving to 2 under. Thankfully I don't have to lose another disc. All right, on to hole 4, 185 feet. Normally I would go with the zone, but because that's out of my bag, I'm gonna have to go with something different. Most likely gonna be going with the Glowberg here. Just something that goes straight, has a nice hyzer to it, gets me by the basket. Oh yeah. I think I came close to hitting a squirrel. Okay, on to hole 5, which says it's 244 feet. Straight through the gap on the right, and then it has a little fade over to the left. Birdied the last hole, so I'm going with the disc I normally go with, which is a Buzz. That should be right under it. Came very close though. All right, went just a little bit past it. All right, thankfully, no more lost discs so far. All right, on to hole 6, 251 feet. Goes straight down the path, has a gradual fade down to the left. There is a creek that runs along the left side over there. I'm not sure if there's any water in it, so it probably plays as casual, but going with the tomb. Oh no! That might have actually snuck and been okay, we'll see. All right, so this is where my disc ended up. I'm about 25 feet away from the basket. If I turn it around here, you can kind of see the fairway over on this way, on the left side. My disc came through somewhere in here And I just got a little lucky, y'all. Sometimes it happens, but I'll take it. All right, on to hole 7, y'all. 241 feet. The basket goes through this gap and down the hill to the left. Gonna go with the Firebird here, just so you have an idea what it looks like. Oh, well, you already saw the result. All right, so I don't think I said anything about extra stroke, so I might as well try to throw this in. So we'll see what happens with it. Oh, not good, not good. Let me know if you think I should put a rule in for having to lay it up or run it, whatever you think. On to hole 8, 250 feet. Basket goes way to the left, so you got to get through the gap. Normally I'd go with the Huckalab Tomb, but because I did not birdie the last hole, unfortunately this one is now gone for the rest of the round, and this one's going to sting about as much as the zone. So that one is now gone. I'm gonna try to go with the Hooligan Cash. Oh no, not good. Yikes, no birdie on that one. All right, so I didn't think it was fair for me to keep running shots and not be penalized for it, especially if I'm gonna somewhat keep track of my score. So starting now, I actually have to make the approach putt, even if it's not for birdie. So starting that now. There we go. On to hole 9. Unfortunately, got to lose another disc. Normally, I would go with the Firebird on a sidearm. So that one is now out for the rest of the round. So that's 3 critical discs to my bag that I'm now without. As I said, this is a sidearm hole, so I'm going to go with the Glow Scepter. Not looking good, y'all. Not looking good. A decent kick out to the fairway. Got kind of a low ceiling here. Hopefully can just punch something up and get a putt. Get off of that. Oh, great kick off that tree. Well, at least I'm parring. On to hole 10, which is 276 feet, one of the trickiest holes on the course. Normally I'd go with my Firebird, but I lost it. Just lost another disc on the last hole, and I would normally go with the PD after that Firebird, so now I'm gonna have to get creative and come up with something else. I'm gonna try to go Scepter here. Way too high. Another par, another disc out of my bag. We're on to hole 11, 292 feet. You got to go over the hill, and the basket fades down to the left. Normally, I'd go with a Glow Dynasty on this shot, but because I parred the last hole, that disc is also out. So, gonna have to get a little creative. This is a little tougher than I thought, throwing discs that I might not normally throw, but that's part of the fun of it. So, hopefully, we can get a few birdies and stop losing so many discs. Going FD. Oh, that could be great. Go in the basket. That one should be really good, hopefully. Sailed a little deep, got about 30 feet here. Saved the birdie. Hole 12, another par. 248 feet, goes hard over to the right. Normally I would go Scepter, but because I parred the last hole, I won't be throwing that. If I wasn't throwing the Scepter, I would go Firebird. That's already out, so I'm left to go with the new Swirly S-Blend Conqueror. So a little fast for this particular hole, but hopefully I can control it and get a bird. Fade. All right, so as I mentioned, a little too fast for this hole, but nonetheless, got to continue on. Fall in. Ooh. Another par, another lost disc. Hole 13 is a short one, about 200 feet. Nice sidearm hole, or you can throw a turnover backhand. I normally go sidearm with the zone, but I don't have the zone. After that, I'd go Berg, but because I parred the last hole, Berg is now out. And so I'm running out of choices here. So let me look through my bag and figure out what I'm gonna throw. All right, this might sound crazy, but I'm gonna go with the slab. This thing is fast, but it is pretty overstable. So hopefully it'll just spike and sit by the basket. Up on the hill a little bit, we'll see. We'll take it. Finally got another birdie. Onto another short one, 195 feet, hole 14. Straight, a little bit of fade. You do have the creek that runs alongside on the left side. So I'm actually gonna go with my straight flying tune. That should be perfect. All right, as expected, tune got me about 10 feet. Finally, another birdie. I was able to pick up another birdie. So on to hole 15, this is about 300 feet or so. Dead straight ahead. Hillside goes from left to right down the hill. I like to go with a driver on this hole just because there is a low ceiling and you have the backstop. So I like to play something a little faster. Also, if it hits that hill, it likes to counter skip right to the basket. So I'm gonna go with the Aztec here. Right under it. All right, another birdie. On the hole 16, says it is 286, I believe. Dead straight, but you have pretty much a line that you have to hold the entire way. So that's why I'm gonna go with the buzz. That should be putting. All right, on to my favorite hole, hole 17, 370 feet, straight down the pipeline, fades hard to the right, so a good sidearm hole. Very happy I got the birdie on the last hole because I was really looking forward to throwing this Wraith, and if I didn't have this, not really sure what I would throw, but definitely going with the Wraith here. That's gonna be good. Man, I am stoked about this shot, y'all. This is the second best sidearm I've ever had on this hole. The best one I've ever had was sitting right at the base of it, but very happy with that throw. All right, on to the last hole, hole 18. I birdied 17, so no more lost disc. I'm going with the buzz, straight up at it. Not good, not good. Oh. All right, guys, well, that's gonna wrap it up. This was a ton of fun, very challenging, a little more challenging than I thought it was gonna be, but I was able to see how a few discs would fly on certain holes that I might not typically throw. But nonetheless, it was pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any ideas of how I might change it up. things I might do a little differently next time. But guys, in the meantime, hope everybody's doing well. I'll catch you in the next one.